Hey, this is Daniel with the Nostril, and today I want to talk about one of the most hyped scents from 2019 that's still gaining steam, I feel like, in terms of the amount of people, the number of people who are talking about it these days. The house is Moschino, and the scent is Toy Boy. Look at that bottle. So if you want to know a little bit more about what this smells like, if you want to know what I think of the scent overall, you want to know how versatile it is, what situation you can wear it in, where you can get it, pricing, and overall just whether or not I think this should be in your collection, stay tuned. We're going to talk about it today. Look at this bottle. I love this bottle. It is by far the most, maybe the word is tacky, maybe the word is outlandish, maybe the word is novel bottle in my collection in terms of the risks that it is taking, and boy is it taking risks. Look at that. Look at the little hat. It's fantastic. Now this is plastic. Relatively well molded plastic. It feels solid in my hand. This isn't squishing at all, but this is glass that's been sprayed. So it feels really solid in your hand. If you looked at the ad campaign for Moschino Toy Boy, you will know that there is a demographic that they are going to be appealing to that may not be your demographic. It is a little bit my demographic, and so when I saw the ad campaign, I said to myself, Moschino, you know what you're doing, don't you? And then I smelled the scent and was sold. To be fair, I like the scent a little bit more because of the ad campaign. It's pretty awesome. But the scent itself is deserving of the hype that it has gotten over the past year or so. This is a spicy, masculine rose that is supported extremely well by synthetic aroma chemicals and a little bit of pink pepper. Now, you're probably going to hear synthetic aroma chemicals and want to run for the hills because, I don't know, everyone seems to do that. Everyone seems to have this bias in favor of naturals and against synthetics. But where the heck does that come from? I mean, modern perfumery was inaugurated in the West when we started introducing synthetics. Synthetics are an integral part of perfumes, and when they are done right, they make the perfume, honestly. The structure of perfumes most often comes from synthetics because they are single molecules that do very specific things. Oftentimes they'll increase the longevity of certain notes. Sometimes they'll provide a kind of box that you can fill with the content of different naturals, for example. And sometimes, like here, they provide an amazing base for what smells like really nice naturals at the top of the scent. Now, right at the very top, this is a spicy floral, spicy and rose. And the spice here is a pink pepper. It's a really nice, smooth pink pepper. It doesn't kind of make your nostrils flare too much. It does a little bit, but in a really pleasant, nice way. And the rose here is dark, it's not jammy, it's not fruity, it doesn't even smell particularly floral. Like, if I were to compare this to, say, Portrait of a Lady by Frederick Malle, the rose in this scent is so different from that. And it's really owing to this, it's a dry, spicy rose. That pink pepper is coming in really, really immediately. As soon as you spray it, that pink pepper is there. And the woodiness of the base, the musky woodiness of the base notes in this scent really kind of pull the rose, almost deconstruct the rose a little bit. And so you get some of its more dry, slightly green, slightly more masculine qualities without a lot of the dewy muskiness that you would expect from the typical natural smelling rose. So in terms of the base, the aroma chemicals in use here, I believe, are cashmeran, amber max, and silkolide. Cashmeran is a woody base that's fuzzy and warm. It's almost like you're being hugged by the wood, the synthetic wood. It's a really nice. If you've ever smelled Molecule 5 from Eccentric Molecules, that's pure Cashmeran, and you'll see what I mean. It's woody and fuzzy in the way that modern woods typically are, but it's warm and kind of envelops your nose as if it's being hugged by the aroma chemical. Now, Ambermax and Silcolide are both kind of slightly woody, slightly warm musks. Ambermax is kind of along the same lines of Ambroxan, but it's in some ways intensified in terms of the way that it smells musky and the way that it smells woody. And somehow the three of those are working together so well. Honestly, even though the rose is kind of the star of the show in terms of content here, thinking about the fragrance structurally, the use of aroma chemicals here is so good. I just am so impressed with it. I've never smelled a scent where I just dig the aroma chemicals more than anything else. And the rose is working great here. It works so well, but I think that it's working well because of that aroma chemical dry down and not because it's a particularly amazing rose to begin with. I mean, don't get me wrong, it smells nice. It's a good rose, and the pink pepper there too, that spiciness is really nice, but the whole thing comes home with those base notes. I'm gonna spray it on myself because it's so nice. Every time I smell this, I should wear this more often. Really versatile too. And this is an amazing sprayer, by the way. Moschino's hit it out of the park with the presentation, of course, but also just the quality of the materials used here. This is a really good atomizer. Pressurized, you can control the spray, nice diffusion, a bunch of stuff comes out when you push the button. Yeah, those base notes are there, the aroma chemicals are there right away. And here I am gushing about aroma chemicals. They're inexpensive, but when they're used wrong, they're really off-putting. When they're used right, they're amazing. And of course, they're nothing without the naturals that are kind of filling in the box. But the box here is so expertly constructed that I feel like you could have put almost anything in the box and it would have smelled pretty good. So kudos to Moschino. Kudos to Jan Vanier, who is the perfumer behind this. I am so pleasantly surprised by this, both in terms of the campaign, the presentation, and especially the scent itself. This is just a total home run. To be perfectly honest, I did not think particularly highly of Moschino as a scent house before this scent. I thought that Fresh Couture with the Windex spray bottle was neat, but the scent itself was, a slightly sweeter, slightly more likable version of Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue for Women. He's nice, but nothing mind-blowing. This, I can't believe this is coming from Moschino. It's so nice, and I see this working. This will be an amazing nighttime scent. It's sweet, spicy, and alluring. In moderation, it could work. It could be a work-friendly scent as well. It'll work amazingly casually. I also think this can work semi-formally. I can even see this working formally. Now, I don't know. I don't know if you want to take the bottle out in the middle of a formal event, but it's so versatile. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm gushing a little bit. I'm just so happy about this scent that it exists, that it looks like this, and that it smells like this. And that it's using rose, because rose, let's be honest, there are a lot of guys out there who are a little bit scared of wearing something that smells floral. And this scent is the ultimate evidence why they shouldn't be scared, because it smells amazing. I don't think this screams, I'm wearing a scent that smells like a women's scent because it's floral, nothing like that. Yeah, and not that we take gender particularly seriously when it comes to fragrances, but there are people out there that do. There's a lot of marketing out there that's trying to push people one way or the other when it comes to feeling gendered when you're buying fragrances. And this pushes those boundaries really well. Even though it is marketed to men, I think that it is easily unisex. I think it leans masculine in that traditional way. It does. But I think it's going to surprise a lot of people by how wearable it is and how likable it is, given its unique scent profile. Because I'm trying to think, it's a spicy rose. Declaration d'un Soir by Cartier is a good example in the men's world of a spicy rose. I'm trying to think of other designer examples of a good spicy rose fragrance in the men's fragrance world, and I can't think of one, at least not modern. So this is doing something pretty unique. This does not smell like anything else that came out in 2019. Smells nothing like anything that came out in 2020. This is totally out of left field, and damn, just good job, Moschino. I am impressed. 100%. This is a pretty good blind buy, I think. You can get it from most of the online retailers have at least a 50 milliliter, this is a 50 ml, or a 100 milliliter bottle. Available now. I think Fragrance Buy is the one that I've seen it for sale at most consistently. For about $50, $60 for the 100 mil. I think I paid $40 for this, and I apologize for my hand. I think this might be my cue to stop gushing about Moschino Toy Boy though, so I'll leave it there. This is an amazing scent. If you have any questions about the scent that I didn't answer, please comment below. I'll happily answer them. And you owe it to yourself to pick this up. This is unique for a designer, and it is a total home run for Moschino. Thank you, Moschino. Thank you, Jan Vosnier. You've done us all a favor by releasing Toy Boy. We'll talk to you soon.